What's up everyone, it's Paul and Lafon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video. The Shanghai Dragons look to continue domination over the rest of the Chinese franchises, and the Guangzhou Charge are going to have a tough task ahead of them if they want to change that.
The Charge are not bad per se, they're just not consistent. At their peak, I think they're a mid-table team, but at their worst, they look right at home at the bottom of the league. Against the Dragons, they're going to want to be more of the former and less of the latter. Meanwhile, the Dragons coaching staff have hinted at Gregory possibly making her Season 3 debut.
Yeah, happy in. A lot of people may be hoping to see him on the McCree as well. Now that's back in the pool, but it is the Doomfist to start things off with, which is interesting in and of itself. Those that follow the charge probably can figure out why. He'll be able to just sit back now. Fled has already been taken down. So the charge, they find one pick and then they stagger and chase down the rest of these kills. DM switches over towards the McCree here, which is definitely the expected response when you see the Sky is Deadeye. Well, damage fall off, not really an issue with that one. He does at least force Nero out of line of sight, forcing the drop down. Self-destruct thrown in by Krong. That's going to take Izzyaki down. There's the Dragons now operating at a disadvantage. Nero Barrage finds DM, and he's going to have a lot of that DM defense matrix to protect him a lot of the time by Krong, and that'll be the cleanup. Shanghai Dragons come into this series looking indomitable, but early on, Guangzhou look very comfortable with the Fire Doomfist.
And the way this map is played out with what Shanghai's done at the beginning of the maps and then what Guangzhou can go to. Because Guangzhou, I mean, their strength, right, is in some of these damage deals. See Nero, nice translocate in the Sky.
The Sky is trying to follow up on that as much as he can, but Shanghai playing at a disadvantage after losing DM there. He is put to sleep as he comes to the ground, and Izzyaki falls, and here's an opening now for the charge. Rio just trying to deal again with what's on the periphery. Happy goes down. Still the charge. Haven't managed to sort of take the point here. The Dragons have a chance to sort of reinforce this a little bit more. Stand one is brought back into the fight. Jagon gets him back up.
It's going to be respawn. Especially Void now with a self-destruct. You can probably keep this going, you know, 75, 80%.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my, okay. Izzyaki over the edge. Rio goes for the Primal Rage. Can't really get rid of Lee Jae-hong. Okay, he almost managed to get towards the hell pack, but player's going to find three with the barrage is huge, Matt. Not a lot for Guangzhou to work with now. Krong hoping he can get back into the mech after the self-destruct, but he wasn't so lucky. Stand one gave himself up to get rid of
another EMP on the other side. Let's see, it looks like one player getting on the point. That'll be in contest here that comes in from Krong, but this is beautiful here from Lee Jae-gong and the rest of Shanghai Dragons.
I mean, it's not even just Happy getting boofed off the map, man. It's Rio who tried to go in for the charge and got very quickly shunted back towards the rest of his team at like 10 HP. The Dragons will cover much better, and it's crazy to see, you know, what the pharmacy comp can do when you maintain control or at least win that first fight. The ult economy wasn't marred by having to place Waller. The Zarya cut out of line of sight. Void couldn't throw any sort of barrier towards stand one at the time that he would have liked, but now as the fight goes a little bit longer, the DPS of Shanghai have an opportunity to get in here. Rio is down, DM trying to play at extreme range. Shu cannot connect, and here's the Graviton surge. Void is fully charged. This could be the turnaround. They lost DM and Izzyaki, but they still trade 2 for 2. With Void going down, Jagon's going to go for the sound barrier here. The Dragons are committing not just for the stall, but for the potential to win the fight. Big shatter, Chara knocked to the ground. Happy trying to find a shot here. Stand one is removed, and if the Dragons come up short-handed here, they'll be missing their Lucio ult, and they lose control of the point as well. Such aggression from the Dragons.
Yes, the Dragons end up using a sound barrier there in a 2v2 sense. We're going to be basically about an even game to the point. Starts to be contested again.
Bear in mind, walls do not make Symmetra's beam charge up. It does cost ammunition to burn them down. DM goes for a wall, but Nero pretty much negates him for much of the fight. All he could do was try and break through the ice. Void bundled on out, and the Guangzhou charge now sitting pretty.
Even player gets isolated for the Lucio speed boost to come in and just collapse on the way to stand one again, gets caught on the other side of the main wall. Lee Jae-gong goes over the side and help him. He drops, they lose the tank anyway. This is bad for Shanghai.
The longer this goes on, the more frantic, the more desperate the Dragons get to try and even find their way into the point. Shu taken down by DM here, but it's unlikely to have to be an immortality field thrown down and keep stand one in fighting form. Wall thrown out, Flutter in the backline. No, this is what they were looking for. Shu and Happy go down. He's found a third, and the Dragons, the 11th hour, Matt. The ticket out of jail was Flutter.
And it comes at the best time imaginable. Nero actually gets a main wall, and then he thinks he has enough players split off.
To be behind the wall, obviously it would have been blocked by line of sight. Flatter has a blizzard, he's going to throw it in the doorway, and Chara and Jay got to try to fight, but Void turns up the heat in the opening, and now Chara realizes there was no help coming at all. The Dragons on the precipice of losing the first map this season. they know they're going to come forward. They have a player advantage now. They have to compete. They have to capitalize.
It's a super interesting position that Fleta was playing. I mean, so aggressive. It's a nice headshot there from Happy, and then he had one more body shot to finish off Diem. To say, do you get a rest off? As this is getting very dangerous for the Dragons.
Diem just got knocked off the map by Rio here, who's just an absolute menace on the wrecking ball. Happy's able to find Void now, and Stand 1 fares no better. Shu cleans him up, and I mean, whatever way you slice it, Matt, that really started off the back of Fleta pushing over the top of the gate.
And I think he thought he was pretty safe playing over the gate because they had 2-3 players in already. So
Nero is furious. He's so mad right now. Happy's in trouble, and this really is a matter of time. Happy's going to try and turn the fight around with a Deadeye DM. Oh, he gets him first. Happy's going to be forced off another whip shot. Jagon finds yet another. It's just as well because the charge had a chance to fight back. Now, though, that's been taken away from him.
Right? You're accruing percentage. I mean, this, you're not close to the point if you're the Guangzhou charge. As it'll be Lijigan using his rally, basically keeping himself up, and then just swinging mace to the face, right? I mean, just blasting people.
Yeah. That's all I mean, Jagon knows he got caught there, but he knew that he always had to get out of jail free. Still kept his shield up, and he still for a little while. It's enough time, though, for Respawns to come back through. Stan 1's going to be back in the fight in no time, and that aggressive charge that Rio spent to get rid of him now doesn't mean a whole lot. Shoes down. Jagon's happy to deal with it even for the time being. Those Inspire procs are keeping him up, and Void. That's exactly where he's sending the Guangzhou charge. Happy now has no sightline to work with whatsoever. Self-destruct over the top does claim DM, but Stan 1 is still alive on the point. Happy ain't getting anywhere close. And the Dragons managed to hold off on point B. No percentage for Guangzhou.
Guangzhou looks so good, man.
Yeah, I think it's spread up, and that's why Shanghai Chongju is always an interesting matchup, because Shanghai, if they get baited into playing overly aggressive, you see those individual errors creep in, but right now, I mean, they just want the charge to come to them, and they're gunning them down. Rio down first. Do lose this Yaki here, so not a lot of burst healing, but both teams have lost their flex support, so it's just Lucio's that both teams are running on. Happy is so dead. He's just a smear on the wall. Like,
nobody's ever been dead
on his own, dude.
In the side here is they have the Guangzhou charge split. It's very dangerous for Guangzhou.
Cromsty Suitor Deadeye could actually be a factor here. DM doesn't even need it now. Gravitic Flux. Oh yeah, it has to be an ice block there for Nero to keep himself alive, but he's going to be the only one there. Not unlike May Cinematic. Sad face. Sound barrier here for the Shanghai Dragons, and they're going to have that tick pretty easily now. Chara desperately hanging on the line. Deadeye attempting from Happy, but he's stunned up midway through. No dice for Happy. Crom desuited. Fleta's going to sit back comfortably now. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. May Icicle gets the kill on the Mini Diva, and Rio still needs to be dealt with here. It's going to be a mutual stun between the Reinhardt. Stan 1 trying to charge out of the Blizzard. Here is Nero. Finally gets that off. Fleta was stunned up. He has his ice block available now, so he'll be able to hang around. He may have used it prematurely there because he thought he was going to get flashed by Happy. That didn't even happen. And Rio is mowed over. Krong now just in full storm mode in the draft. Give him other things to worry about now. So, what does the McCree do from here? Again, target selection is good. It's so funny.
Shu is so dead.
It's just not going to happen. Theo finds the pixel that he needed and finds the second one. And this is what happens, man, when you're playing with that Lucio here. Your Batiste copped the chunking. He obviously didn't have his AoE heal available. The Chargers still able to trade out. They finally get towards Diem on the high ground. Krong is really doing some heavy lifting. Somehow the Charge staved this off after losing 2 players early from that high ground.
Yeah, I mean, Krong was phenomenal.
And they slowed the Dragons down enough while keeping the run-up alive, and that shadow was completely blocked. Shu actually was just off to the left side, got caught by it, but Amplification, Matrix, and Fire Strike, not the real way the Dragons wanted that fight to end.
No, and Stan 1 goes for the Shatter there because from the Matrix, all they can do is force out a support ultimate with that Gravitic Flux, but they didn't get it. And now they're going to go in with an Earth Shatter, Nano Boost, Stan 1 going all the way around.
That's huge. Krong and Chara got hit by that one as well. They were both shattered to the ground. Sitting behind the wall, that's exactly what the Dragons were looking for. Immortality Field is down now. Sound Barrier had to be used, but it's not going to be enough to keep Rio alive. And now it'll be the Blizzard from Nero. Can they turn this around? Fleta has gone down, but his job has already essentially been done. Now DM can step up. Try and take the mantle away from the May, and he's done a good job so far. A lot of damage pressure towards the charge here. Void down to Krong. DM trying to play around the Reinhardt. This will be an instant flash and a kill on Nero, who won't get away. Stan 1 can push up here. Still a healthy Reinhardt in his way. Rio is convinced he needs to hold his ground for as long as he can. Immortality Field gives Rio an extra free swing. Fleta, Stan 1 and down to the charge. Somehow going to break back into this. Are you kidding me? Oh my! The Dragons It was a good blizzard. And the McCree was there for the follow-up, but the charge, hang on. Dan1 somehow gets away with that. I don't understand the charge, unable to push into him, even with the Batiste immortality thrown out. Now Fletter's trying to play from an off angle, and this is actually a really nice spot from him. Dan1 has gone down, so Fletter really needs to connect these rockets. Kron can't get close enough.
Yeah, and they have...
Objectively, your barrage is much better with that ultimate, but still. Can he force out? Chara. Oh! Yep, Krom stepped away from him there. I guess he had other things to attend to. Maybe he was worried about Fletter, but while he was busy trying to keep tabs on the Pharah, the Lucio gets picked off by the Deadeye and the charge.
You can already see how this is going to go, man. Like,
no. Don't say it ain't so, Matt.
Like,
Matthew Reginald, I refuse to believe this.
Guangzhou's holding on to all these ultimates, right? And he
Flat around line of sight. The stun comes into Happy. That was supposed to be the playmaking action of the fight, and Happy gets absolutely smushed. Flatter rains it on down. Solar Chef on Diem in the backline. Dan1 tries to charge into interrupt, and there was at least a May wall there, but again, all eyes turn towards Diem, and Flatter is continuing to do the work. No, I've watched Season 1 of the Overwatch League. Hello? Imagine he's going to want to watch Apex, man. That's just... Oh, God. Flatter is in control now. Self-destruct will be shielded in that rig. Like, anyone who tries to play her in ranked without practicing her would know that it is very difficult. If your shield's gone, you're in deep trouble. I don't played that really cleanly. You wouldn't know because you don't even know that she exists. But crucially, when it came to the Lucio play, controlling that high ground and making sure Flatter was not under threat from Happy on that last map there in Rialto, I mean, really fantastic performance across the board.
I mean, the Lucio and the Brig, right, with a lot of the displacement.
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.